From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the London Monarchs and the New Orleans Saints. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They go play action. Mariota. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
How about that, taking a deep shot on the first play of the game, obviously wanting to set a tone by pushing the ball downfield, just came up incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked there by Nick Nelson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken. Down right at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Check 59.
Back to it after the pick 6. Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
59 Mike, check. Go.
Now Mariota. Campbell making the catch. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 62 yards. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. On 2nd and 7, Mariota. Catch made here by Campbell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now a give right side. Tanner. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Ready? Thank you, Gator. Yeah, Mike. Bring it. Check. Hey, watch it.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey trying to escape, but he cannot. They get him in the end zone, and that's a safety.
And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 20-yard line.
Let's go, D.
From the gun, Mariota. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Mariota. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check 37. Check 37. Check 3.
This is McCaffrey. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf. 22 jet bomber.
On 3rd down, McGill. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving into more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Topper. Go. Get ready.
Here's McCaffrey. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Rush in. Check 52. Look at me, zipper! Record! Alert 3!
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's got room. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I know it's all smiles on the offensive side of the ball right now, but you and I both know the entire mindset was just pick up the first down. What do you call that? One of those gravy plays?
Gravy, absolutely. They got more than they bargained for.
Love the way it turned out for them. Couldn't imagine going into the play that they thought this would be the end result.
Yeah, the defense got to be shaking their head, though. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. McGill. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Switch up.
McCaffrey. They find some open field here. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
I got you, son.
On play action, Mariota. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. 3. 1.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for the Saints. 41 yards. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And they'll get this down to the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A first down throw for Mariota. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. Traquan Smith. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints have retaken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Let's go.
first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
31's the mic. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, orbit. 31's the mic. Down to lose one. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Let go.
Throwing again. McGill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. I got it. 58, right on.
Operating from the gun. McGill, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the 1st half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Hey.
Mariota now. Finding Knox there, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Turn 18. Delta.
Throwing is Mariota, and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Brian Burns able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They've talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
132 fighter. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Go.
2nd and 11. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a run with McCaffrey, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Cohen. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll run on 1st down. Tanner. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, watch the sled. Watch the sled.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing, Mariota. He may try and run for the... And he'll score! Touchdown, New Orleans! Marcus Mariota with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Throwing to start the drive. McGill completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Go. 58 for Mike.
From the gun, McGill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
6-6, pull it high. Right, 58, right there. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Shoot!
On the ground, McCaffrey. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check 43. Yeah. Now.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Saints 33.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
29 is the mic.
2nd and 10. this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
31's the mic. Hey. 31's the mic. Tighten up. Pull it together. Kill. Check.
Operating from the gun, McGill. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go, G. You go crazy.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Mariota to throw it. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And, you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Gano the extra point, and that will get them one closer. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Mike, check.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Mike 54. I'm coming. Exit.
Mariota. Complete. It's Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Check 13.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, Mariota. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Campbell making the catch. Good defense holds them to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
It's our time. It's our time. Watch twist. 22 jet bomber. Check safety. Watch the safety creep.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Watch the shit. Check it back. Check it back.
On second down, McCaffrey. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Down. 8, read. 2 draw quarter. Hey, echo. Go. Switch.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go.
Mariota. And now he'll tuck it and run. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Got it. Don't get nervous.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Ready up. 58, 58, Mike. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Ready.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through.